Hi and welcome to the Riders Lounge podcast. I'm your host for the show, Steve Sommerfeld, and this is just another extraction from the Two Wheels to Freedom podcast that I jumped in with Clint Esposito. Now, this is actually 3 parts. We recorded it all in one go for his YouTube channel, but it's all about Best Trick on part 1, I guess Best Whip part 2, and what would the other one be? Quarter Pipe, part 3. This one, however, this is Best Trick, so I hope you enjoy it. And the next 2 are coming very shortly.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two Wheels to Freedom show, where we're going to give you a little preview of X Games Salt Lake 2025. As always, I am joined here by Steve Sommerfeld. What's up, Steve?
Thank you very much, buddy. Glad to see you woke up. You looking like your eyes are still bloodshot. The fact that you've just like scratched your eyes and went, okay, set up a preview, and I'm almost looking like I have energy compared to you right now.
I set up the web thing that we're going to use once we switch over last night with all the things I thought were important that we should address. So because I knew this would be first thing in the morning with my morning cup of coffee.
Oh, well done. No, well, I'm glad you got that done last night, and we can get straight into it, and then you can run off for a big day of work.
Big day of fixing stuff.
Fixing things. Man, I've got a lot of things over here for you to fix. There's a Harley down in my garage. It's got your name written all over it.
Well, you better wipe that off.
Damn it. All right. Man, okay, so you've set up this, but I'm just quickly looking at the names. This is Salt Lake City this weekend.
This is just for Best Moto X Best Trick.
And I've just seen the third name on that list, and I was like, is there a mistake on this list, or what is going to happen? What is going on?
I don't know. I was looking at that as well. We have Rob Adelberg. Most are par for the course here. Rob Adelberg, Taka Higashino. Your question is Brian McCarty, McGnarls. What does McGnarls have up his sleeve? And I haven't seen him post anything that would make me think he's been working on something crazy.
This would be the ultimate secret because he hasn't. When was the last time he posted anything?
He posts just riding in Twitch's backyard periodically, but that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. So this could be the ultimate secret with his name written down there. Wow. Okay. So number 4, Benny Richards, who just got second in Japan. His little brother, Little Donk, Tom Richards, making his X Games debut. Jacko Strong, 3rd last weekend, and Genki Watanabe. So that's an interesting field.
Well, do you notice also that McGnarls is the only American guy here?
Oh, yes.
Tom Richards doesn't even have a flag. He's just not
Apparently
even from our country.
He's stateless right now. Poor old Tom. He's probably too young to be given a flag. So, yeah, Tom, the younger brother of Benny. So that's actually going to be quite cool because those boys ride with Jacko Strong, and they've been riding very good for a long time. So I'd love to see what they've got.
So did you hear prior to Osaka what Benny was going to do? Did you have I'm kind of trying to get, do you have any idea what Tom's doing?
I had an idea that it could have been a body varial. I was kind of thinking back to, I remember watching them do Cali rolls. I remember them doing Chuck Carruthers's the Corolla. I remember seeing them try that. They put that up like 2 or 3 years ago.
Hey, look at how fast X Games did this. You're going to have to eat your words, giving X Games a hard time with their website. They already updated that Benny Richards has the silver.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not eating my words yet because let's see if they still have 99th for Jacko Strong in his X Games Real Moto. But yeah, I mean, for Benny Richards, I had a feeling it could have been a body burial. Like he's a young guy, he's flexible and fast, so that's cool. Tom Richards, who knows? And maybe Benny has something even bigger for this one.
What? This is when you click on Tom Richards. Okay. You're...
Click on Tom Richards and you get everyone.
All right, so I take it back. Damn it, X Games. I was trying to gas you guys
really
up here.
Up for him.
I was trying to gas him up. I'm just going to...
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. It definitely does not go to just his stuff. Okay. Well, you know.
So if you medal at X Games, you get an updated bio.
Nope.
29th, Real Moto. There you go. There you have it. And actually, can you just scroll down a little bit on Jacko's? I think I heard him in his interview in Japan say that his first X Games was 2011. And I feel like we read 2010.
Yep.
We did read 2010, and it says 16th, and there is not 16 riders. So unless Jacko hit his head a few times, which he has, and he forgot about 2010, or they're just making up numbers now. There you go.
You know, thinking about it too, why would the first time he got brought there be for freestyle, for a full run?
True.
When even then he was kind of a
best trick sender.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good question. All right. So out of those, well, that was 7 names, right? That was 7 names in best trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally, they either go with the even numbers of 6 or 8, depending on who's 404. Who was that?
McCarty.
Oh,
Poor McGnarls. Him and Genki are lost.
So, here's my first thing. There's 7 riders on there. They normally go with 6 or 8 because everybody loves an even number. Maybe 7's lucky. But with all the mistakes on this website, is Brian McCarty a mistake in best trick, and he should be in quarter pipe or best whip? Or has he got something big and we better sit the fuck down and wait for it?
Yes. For all of that. I don't know.
Yes.
This is a good, let's see if we can
pull up McGnarls. There he is.
Yeah, nothing that indicates. It's like, that's certainly not him.
That's Adam Jones. So he's obviously jumped in on an Adam Jones FMX Rampage show.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Man, I'd be happy if he was bringing that whipped out flatliner. I'll take that any day for a best trick comp.
This is I guess, Steel Rodeo? Is this one of I don't know.
Flying Cowboys.
Yep, so I don't know. So whatever McGnarls has is a mystery.
There we go. All right. So last weekend, Rob. Oh, sorry. Yep.
I never got to see the full contest yet. What did Genki do? That airplane thing, the one-handed no neck?
Yeah, but it was a bit different. He went like one-hand airplane with an indie, and then to the seat, and it looked pretty sick. Actually, if he works on that one a little bit more, and he could just like slow that down a little bit more, or just like style it out, I think it would be one of the best upright combos out there.
But that's the thing, is that best trick worthy? Not saying he shouldn't be in X Games or whatever, but I'm like, is that like best tricks really kind of fallen off, right? Other than Jackson and Adelberg really pushing front flips, which, by the way, like no one else is even going there. I still see people being like, just learn front front flips on the actuated ramp. And I'm like,
Yeah.
these boys are already doing it, which Luke
gotta catch up.
Ackerman. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Luke did a next gen front flip, correct?
Yep.
So that's it. 3 people. There's still people messing around with actuated front flip ramps.
Yeah. That's it. And I think Harry did a fronty one-handed knack. Maybe he crashed at X Games last year. Or maybe that might have even been 2 years ago. So
Well,
I think
was
at
that-
the moment there's 4.
Was that regular ramp? That was the next gen?
Yeah, next gen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Luke, Harry, Adelberg, Jacko. But Adelberg and Jacko are the guys on that thing all day long going for it. Benny Richards coming with that special flip. That was cool. It was good to see someone bringing that back. Tom Pages obviously well and truly retired. The opportunity is there right now for Tom just to slide back on in as if he never left, but he's not interested by the looks of it. So Benny Richards with a body varial out of nowhere. That was sick. But you're right. The best trick thing, it seems to be, I don't know. I feel like if Clinton Moore was there having a crack with the 720, that would be very interesting to me. I'm actually genuinely surprised that he's not there.
That is interesting, right? He tried it at a Freestyle King show.
Yeah, and he was close.
He was very close.
So close. So close. So Clinton...
Best Trick's going to be to an airbag as well. So it's I guess Freestyle Kings was guaranteed money. X Games is maybe money, depending on whether you land it and win.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem about maybe money. Guys get turned off. Where is David Rinaldo? Where is Luke Ackerman? They have not bothered to go back to X Games because of maybe money, and
right.
It's all too difficult. Like, everything's difficult about flying to America, going to X Games. You pay your own way for everything.
We're very welcoming in America, okay, Steve?
You are very welcoming, but I'm just saying the costs are high. The costs are definitely high for these guys to get there, and the maybe money may not be enough.
So I did see, this is the last thing I kind of want to touch on for Best Trick. I saw Chuck Carruthers post that it was really hard judging, and Adelberg commented, and the part of his comment that really caught my attention was that he says, I'm sure we'll come with something new in Salt Lake and make it harder for you. So, does Adelberg have yet another front flip variation that he's been keeping in his pocket for Salt Lake X Games?
That would be fucking awesome. That would be so good. Like, okay, what's he done in the last 3 weeks? He's come out with 2 brand new front flip combos, and they're not small. Like, they're technical combos. Front flip Porty Air at the FK show. Front flip rode over last weekend. So, I don't know, man. I would be very interested.
Cheers. Chuck, was a solid event. I'm sure we will all step it up in Salt Lake and make it even harder for you. So does this mean he has yet another combo?
He said, I'm sure we will all step it up. So I'm guessing he probably knows Jacko has something extra in his pocket.
How close are they? How close are those two at this point? Like, is there now kind of a rivalry between the two of them? Do you know at all, since they basically go head-to-head in all these contests now?
No, I'm not really a fly on the wall in Wagga Wagga or wherever, so I couldn't really say. But I don't think it'd be too bad, but they probably do know what each one is up to. As a guess. It's a very small group of friends around down there, so everybody probably knows what's going on down there. But
I also just want to say, I guess last thing on this, where is Axell? right? I still think Axell does backflip to stand on your seat, manual out of a flip. That's
wheelie into the ramp on a backflip.
Yeah. That's still best trick worthy in my brain. That can compete with, I don't know, dude. Full big gap backflip to stand on your seat right away, manual, is no one else does it. So if you're going about like innovation and being technical, I put that up there with anything.
I actually completely agree with you. He could throw in the wheelie into the backflip, like into the ramp, and he obviously can do something in a backflip if he wanted to for a laugh.
Right.
And then land on his seat, standing up and wheelie on out of there and ride off into the sunset in Salt Lake. And he'd be like, catch you guys. No one else is touching this stuff. So
exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I would give Axell a shot at that. There's actually one more guy who could be in this and make this an even 8. Actually, no, we're probably up to 9 riders now with what you've just said. One more rider. If you jump on Instagram there, this will be very interesting. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Jump on Insta. Type in there, Remi Bizouard.
I did see something from him.
You did see this. Now, if Clinton's not there going for a 720, that 6th video. Exactly. This is what Remi did last weekend. On the Stark, on the Varg, fully electric, and he greased that into pretty much straight.
That's the issue.
Oh, yes, because X Games are not... Oh, we haven't even got to that topic. X Games are going no electric, but was that only for best whip, or was that for every...
I don't know. They said banned, so I'm assuming once ultimately the gyro is what's throwing the monkey wrench, and the fact that you can rev the thing to the moon to pull yourself out of things. So I would imagine in best trick with spins and stuff, it would be also seen as as cheating or something.
Yeah, but that's funny, isn't it? I remember freestyle motocross starting because guys like Brian Deegan broke rules and ghosted their bikes off of a finish line jump. I thought we were all about breaking rules, not about, running around and making sure everything's fair. No, I do like everything to be pretty fair, but I also would love to see Remi and Clint go head-to-head on landing a 720.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's funny, Remi's kind of been quiet, right? And all of a sudden he's like working on 720s.
Yeah. But that is Remi though. That is Remi to a T. Like he is the lone wolf. He will just do his own thing in the foam pit and out comes a video. So very interesting. Very interesting.